Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Potpourri Club Saturday night show. And it's an honor to have you all here. And thank you all. And okay, let me see some okay, two. Let me see who's all on here. Um okay. We have one comment. We have one call. Okay. Um okay. Hello, Maxwinette. Maxwinette is here. Hello, Maxwinette, and thank you very much for being here on the Poetry Club Saturday night show. And it's an honor to have you here. Okay, right now I'm gonna make sure I go to that show live tomorrow. Because I missed a live one tomorrow on the StreamYard, and I'm gonna ask them about Facebook. Excuse me, y'all, about Facebook because on Facebook, on my personal page, I can't see your comments up there. I have to go on the my Facebook page to see who's commenting and who's seeing. But on the Poetry Club site page, I can see who, comments will show up on here and YouTube too. So and next one it said happy to be here. Thanks, Noreen. You are very welcome. Wait a minute. Maybe that is it right here. Maybe yeah, it is showing up because next one it okay. That's next one it okay. You're very welcome. Next one it okay. Oh, and that was oh, that was from the poetry group. Okay, let me see. Okay. Um. I showed up on here because that was from the poetry club. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. Now okay. Now I'm gonna read Gary's poem. Money has spoiled, and this is our theme poem for the club. And I think this is perfect poem. Okay. Money has spoiled by Gary A. Snyder. Money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth more than our money. We can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. The end. And that was Money Has Spoiled by Gary A. Snyder. And you can find it in this book, Reflections of Our Inner Beings by Gary and I. Okay. Another thing I would like to say too, I just started it last night. I'm working, I think it was yesterday, I started working on it, the 2024 calendar. So as soon as I get that finished, I'll be taking the 2023 calendar off there, off the Ko-Fi, and putting up the 2024 calendar. And I'm already getting it started. I'm very excited about it. And that's one of the projects I'm working on. Wow, I'm getting it. So, and if anybody wants to pre-order it, you can get in touch with me. And you can either order it from, when I get it through, I'll put it up on Ko-Fi, so you can order it from me or through Ko-Fi. It doesn't matter. And remember, if you purchase 5 times from me, 5 different orders, on your 5th order, you will get something free from, well, I always put gifts in it, but you will get something from me. It could be a book, it could be a calendar. You never know what you're going to get from me. So remember, after your 5th order, you will get something free. But I always put some free gifts, small things in it when you order from me. But on the 5th order, it was going to be like a big item, like a book or a calendar. Okay, so and I think that was Maxwinette said, "Oh, great, thank you very much, Maxwinette." Okay, let me see. Um, um, yes, that was her. Oh, and Imani Galloway, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. Thank you very much for being here. And MT Eros, thank you very much for being here. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have both of you all here. Welcome you all. Okay. Now I'm going to play one of Gary's songs. And, okay, it's called Mountain Dew. He didn't write it. I mean, he sung it, but he did his own twist at the end. So I'm gonna play that. This is a traditional, old traditional blues song way back. You all probably can remember it. I don't know if anybody remembers this or not. Here y'all go.
Start that out again. Down the road here from me, there's an old hollow tree where you lay down $1 or 2. Going all round the bend, come back again. There's a jug full of that good old Mountain Dew. Oh, they call it that good old Mountain Dew. And them that refuse it are few. Now hush up your mug and fill up your jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Now Mr. Roosevelt told just how he felt when he heard that the dry log going through. If your liquor is red, it will swell up your head. Better stick to that good old Mountain Dew. Oh, they call it that good old Mountain Dew. And them that refuse it are few. Now hush up your mug and fill up your jug with that good old Mountain Dew. A preacher rode by with his head hoisted high, said his wife had been bound with the flu. Well, he thought that I ought to sell him a quart of that good old Mountain Dew. Oh, they call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. Now hush up your mug and fill up your jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Well, my Uncle Mort is all up and short. He measures 4'2", but he feels like a giant when I give him a pint of that good old Mountain Dew. Oh, they call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. Now hush up your mug and fill up your jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Yeah, ho!
Oh, he was awesome. I miss him playing the guitar and singing. He was so awesome. Okay. Hello, Dickie. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show, and it's an honor to have you here. And he's my brother. And thank you, Dickie, for being here. Mhm. Okay. Oh yes, I should remember something. I was there at the live show last Sunday at the StreamYard. I should forgot to ask that question. That's what it was. I should forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I should forgot I was there live. It starts at 9 o'clock, and I got to mark that down so I won't forget to ask them that. Because I like to know if that was their problem or a Facebook problem. Because it didn't used to be that way. It could be Facebook problem. I don't know. So I'm curious about that. Okay, and okay now okay now I'm going to read from the complete works of Shakespeare, and this is a volume one. There's 2 volumes to his, so I got both volumes. So I'm going to read from. And oh yes, by the way, I don't know if you all know this or not. You heard about it, but I want to go in more details. I heard about where Florida governor, um, oh, Ron DeSantis. It looks like he's trying to ban some of Shakespeare. You know how here you always had a Shakespeare. You study Shakespeare works in school. You know, in high school. I remember that. Now he wanted to ban some of it. So I don't know what is going on with that. So um, I should. There's some parts of it they don't want the kids to study, and so they're trying to take it away. Like Romeo and Juliet. A lot of that part of that they don't want the kids to study that in high school. You know, and Romeo and Juliet. You know, we study that in school. You know, and so when I was in high school, so okay, I just thought I'd bring that out, and but the trouble is the oh, who was it from the Florida the commissioners or something like that, the schools saying they don't see nothing wrong with Shakespeare. They don't think that Shakespeare should be any of it completely out. All of it should be in there. So they're leaving a distinction to the schools, and a lot of the schools are keeping the all the Shakespeare in schools, and some is going to listen to Governor DeSantis and remove what he wanted to remove. So this is really sad. And when you think of that, well, it reminds me of when Jerry and I was studying about this king or emperor back in the olden days. I'm going to do some more studying this week. I didn't got a chance to study like I wanted to, but he burned all these books when he was the emperor. And if I remember right, he burned them because he couldn't read, and he thought they were talking about him and these books, so he burned them and only kept the books he wanted to keep. So and Gary always said his, you know, and I hope it don't, because I love books. Gary and I are book lovers. I love books, and it's a great book to have. Great books to have. So so I don't hope that I'll ever see that. Okay, now I'm going to read from the complete works of William Shakespeare. And now last week we finished reading Titus Andronicus. Now I'm going to start reading from King Henry. This is second play in the book, King Henry the Sixth, Part 1. Oh, that's right. I put a light bulb up there, and I forgot to put it on. Let me turn that on and see that help me to read better, because I have been trouble reading from. See, let me see. Okay, hold up, y'all. Oh. Oh, okay. 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 Now I got that turned on, and maybe I hope that's not too bright. Can y'all still see me? If it's too bright, let me know, and I will turn it off. And okay. Oh wow, it's raining out there. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. King Henry the Sixth, Part 1. Okay, introduction. Okay. Okay, this is almost certainly an old play by one or more authors, which, as we find it in the first folio, had received touches from the hand of Shakespeare. In Henslow's diary, a Henry VI is said to have been acted March 3rd, 1591 through 1592. It was extremely popular. Nash and his peers, penniless, 1592, alludes to the triumph on the stage of brave Talbot over the French, but we have no reason for assuming that the play which we possess was admission by Henslow, or alluded to by Nash. Green had perhaps a chief hand in this play, and he may have been assisted by Peel and Marlowe. There is a general agreement among critics in attributing to Shakespeare the scene Acts 2, Scene 4, in which the white and red roses are plucked by as emblems of the rival parties in the state. Perhaps the scene of the wooing of Margaret by Suffolk, Act 5, Scene 3, line 45 and onwards, if not written by Shakespeare, was touched by him. The general spirit of the drama belongs to an older school than the Shakespearean, and it is a happiness, says Professor Dowden, not to have to ascribe to our greatest poet the crude and hateful handling of the character of Joan of Arc, excused though to some extent it may be by the concurrence of view in our old English chronicles. Okay, and that was the end of the introduction. I got to turn that off because that is bringing too much heat in here for me. Okay, let me see. Okay, okay, that was helping some, but it was too hot and bringing too much heat right here. And okay, okay. Mm, mm, mm. Now the dramatis um, personae, and that, and for the ones who probably might not know, dramatis personae is a list of the characters in the book. Okay. Dramatis Personae. King Henry VI, Duke of Gloucester, uncle to the king and protector. Duke of Bedford, uncle to the king and regent of France. Thomas Beaufort, Duke of Exeter, great uncle to the king. Henry Beaufort, great uncle to the king. Bishop of Winchester, and afterwards Cardinal. John Beaufort, Earl, afterwards Duke of Somerset. Richard Plantagenet, son of Richard, late Earl of Cambridge, afterwards Duke of York. Earl of Warwick, Earl of Salisbury, Earl of Suffolk. Lord Talbot, afterwards Earl of Shrewsbury. John Talbot, his son. Edmund Mortimer, Earl of March. Sir John Fastolf, Sir William Lucy, Sir William Glansdale, Sir Thomas Gargrave, Mayor of London, Lieutenant Woodville of the Tower, Vernon of the White Rose of York, faction, Bassett of the Red Rose or Lancaster faction, a lawyer, Mortimer's keepers, Charles Dauphin, and afterwards King of France. Rainier, Duke of Anjou and titular King of Naples. Duke of Burgundy, Duke of Alencon, Bastard of Orleans, Governor of Paris, Master Gunner of Orleans and his son, General of the French forces in Bordeaux, a French sergeant, a porter, an old shepherd, father to Joan La Pucelle. Margaret, daughter to Reginaire, afterwards married to King Henry. Countess of Alberon, Joan La Pucelle, commonly called Joan of Arc. Lords, warders of the Tower, heralds, officers, soldiers, messengers, and attendants. Friends appearing to La Pucelle. Okay. Now the scene is in partly in England and partly in France. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Act 1. Okay. Act 1, Scene 1 in Westminster Abbey. Dead March. Enter the funeral of King Henry V, attended on by the Duke of Bedford, Regent of France, the Duke of Gloucester, Protector, the Duke of Exeter, the Earl of Warwick, the Bishop of Winchester, heralds, etc., etc. And Duke of Bedford, hung to the heavens with black, yield day to night. Comets, importing change of times and states. Brandish your crystal tresses in the sky, and with them score the bad revolting stars that have consented unto Henry's death. King Henry V, too famous to live long, England never lost a king of so much worth. And Gloucester, England never had a king until his time. Virtue he had, deserving to command. His brandished sword did blind men with his beams. His arms upspread wider than a dragon's wings. His sparkling eyes, replete with wrathful fire, more dazzled and drove back his counties, and drove back his enemies. Then midday sun fierce bent against their faces. What should I say? His deeds exceed all speech. He never lift up his hand, the conquered. Exeter. We mourn in black. Why mourn we not in blood? Henry is dead and never shall revive. Upon a wooden coffin we attend, and death's dishonorable victory we with our stately presence glorify, like captives bound to a triumphant car. What I shall we curse the planets of mischief that plotted thus our glory's overthrow? Or shall we think the subtle-witted French conjurers and sorcerers that, afraid of him, by magic verses have contrived his end? Um, Winchester, he was a king, blessed of the King of Kings. Unto the French the dreadful judgment day, so dreadful will not be as was his sight. The battles of the Lord of hosts he fought, the church prayers made him so prosperous. Gloucester, the church, where is it? Had not churchmen prayed? His thread of life had not so soon decayed. None do you like but an effeminate prince, whom like a schoolboy you may overawe. Winchester, Gloucester, whatever we like, thou art protector, and lookest to command the prince and realm. Thy wife is proud, she holdeth thee in awe, more than God or religious churchman, nay. Gloucester, name not religion, for thou lovest the flesh, and never throughout the year to church thou goest, except to pray against thy foes. And Bedford, what, um, okay, Bedford, cease, these jars, and rest your minds in peace, lest to the altar heralds wait on us. Instead of gold, we'll offer up our arms, since arms avail not now that Henry's dead. Re- Posterity await for wretched years, when at their mother's moist eyes babies shall suck. Our isle be made and nourished of salt tears, and none but women left to wail the dead. Henry the Fifth, thy ghost I invocate. Prosper this realm, keep it from civil broils. Combat with adverse planets in the heavens. A far more glorious star thy soul will make than Julius Caesar or Bright. Okay. Um, okay. Um, Hello, Amelia T. Davis. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. Enter a messenger. My honorable lords, health to you all. Sad tidings bring I to you out of France, of loss, of slaughter and discontent, confiture, Guinea, Champagne, Rima, Orleans, Paris, Gisors, Poicters are all quite lost. Bid, Bidser, what was, let me see. Um, Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. Bedford, what sayest thou, man? Before dead Henry's course, speak softly, or the loss of those great towns will make him burst his lead and rise from death. Uh-oh. Okay, okay, get this up here. Gloucester, is Paris lost? Is Rome yielded up? If Henry were recalled to life again, these news would cause him once more yield the ghost. Exorcist. How were they lost? What treachery was used? Messenger. No treachery, but one of men and money. Among the soldiers this is muttered, that here you maintain several factions, and whilst a field should be dispatched in thought, you are disputing of your generals. One would have lingering wars with little cost, another would fly swift, but wanted wings. A third thinks, without expense at all, by guileful, fair words peace may be obtained. Awake, awake, English nobility, let not sloth dim your honour's new begot. Cropped are the flowered deluces in your arms. Of England's coat one half is cut away. Execute. We were our tears wanting to this funeral. These tidings will call forth their flowing tides. Bedford, me they concern. Regent, I am a France. Give me my steel coat. I'll fight for France. Away with these disgraceful wailing robes. Wound will I lend the French instead of eyes, to weep their intermissive miseries. Okay, okay, enter to them another messenger. Messenger, lords, view these letters full of bad mischance. France is revolted from the English quiet, except some petty towns of no import. The damned Charles is crowned king of Rheims. The bastard of Orleans with him is joined. Rainier, Duke of Anjou, will take his part. The Duke of Alencon flieth to his side. Executes the Dauphin crowned king. All fly to him. Oh, whither shall we fly from this reproach? Gloucester, we will not fly, but to our enemies' throats. Bedford, if thou be slack, I'll fight it out. Bedford, Gloucester, why doubtest thou of my forwardness? An army have I mustered in my thoughts, wherewith already France is overrun. Enter another messenger. My gracious lords, to add to your laments, wherewith you now below bedew King Henry's hearse. I must inform you of a dismal fight betwixt the stout Lord Talbot and the French Winchester. What, wherein Talbot overcame? Isn't so? Messenger. Oh no, wherein Lord Talbot was overthrown. The circumstance I'll tell you more at large. The 10th of August last this dreadful lord, retiring from the siege of Orleans, having full scarce 6,000 in his troop, by 23,000 of the French, was round encompassed and set upon. No leisure had he to in rank his men. He wanted pikes to set before his archers, instead whereof sharp stakes plucked out of hedges. They pitched in the ground confusedly to keep the horsemen off from breaking in. More than 3 hours the fight continued, where valiant Talbot, above human thought, enacted wonders with his sword and lance. Hundreds he sent to hell, and none durst stand him. Here, there, and everywhere, in rage he flew. The French exclaimed the devil was in arms. All the whole army stood gazed on him, his soldiers spying, his undaunted spirit. A Talbot, cried out a name, and rushed into the bowels of the battle. Here had the conquest fully been sealed up. If Sir John Fastolf had not played the coward, he, being in the downward place behind with purpose to relieve and follow them, cowardly fled, not having struck one stroke. Hence grew the general wreck and massacre. In bought clothes were they with their enemies. A base balloon, oh, when the Dauphin's grace thrust Talbot with a spear into the back, whom all friends, with their chief assembled strength, durst not presume to look once in the face. Bedford, is Talbot slain? Then I will slay myself, for living idly here in pomp and ease, while such a worthy leader, wanting aid, unto his dastard foeman is betrayed. Messenger, oh no, he lives, but is took prisoner, and Lord Scales with him, and Lord Hungersford. Most of the rest slaughtered or took likewise. Bedford, his ransom there is none that I shall pay. I'll hail the Dauphin headlong from his throne. His crown shall be the ransom of my friend. Four of their lords I'll change for one of ours. Farewell, my masters, to my task will I. Bonfires in France forthwith I am to make, to keep our great Saint George's feast withal. Be it 10,000 soldiers with me I will take, whose bloody deeds shall make all Europe quake. Uh-oh. Okay, messenger. So you had need, for Orleans is besieged. The English army is grown weak and faint. The Earl of Salisbury craveth supply, and hardly keeps his men from mutiny, since they, so few, watch such a multitude. Exeter, remember, lords, your oaths to Henry sworn, either to quell the Dauphin utterly, or bring on him in obedience to your yoke. Bedford, I do remember it, and here take my leave, to go about my preparation. Gloucester, all to the Tower, with all the haste I can, to view the artillery, and munition, and then I will proclaim young Henry king. Exit. Exeter. To Eltham will I, where the young king is, being ordained his faithful governor, and for his safety, there I will best devise. He exit. Winchester, each hath his place and function to attend. I am left out. For me nothing remains, but long I will not be jacked out of office. The king from Eltham I intend to steal and sit at sit at cheapest stern of public wheel. Exu- okay. mm, mm. Scene 2. In France, before Orleans. Sound a flourish. Enter Charles, Alencon, and Rainier, marching with drum and soldiers. Charles, Mars is true moving, even as in the heavens, so in the earth to this day is not known. Late did he shine upon the English side. Now we are victors. Upon us he smiles. What towns of any moment? But we have at pleasure here. We lie near Orleans. Other whiles, the famished English, like like pale ghosts, faintly besiege us 1 hour in a month. Okay, Alencon. Okay, they want their porridge and their fat bull beads. Either they must be dieted like mules and have their provender tied to their mouths, or piteous they will look like drowned mice. Rainier, let's raise the siege. Why live we idly here? Talbot is taken, whom we want to fear. Remaineth none but mad-brained Salisbury, and he may well in fretting spend his gall. Nor men nor money hath he to make war. Charles, sound alarm. We will rush on them. Now for the honor of the forlorn French. Him I forgive my death that killeth me. When he sees me, go back 1 foot or fly. Here, alarum, they are beaten back by the English with great loss. Re-enter Charles, Alencon, and Rainier. Charles, who ever saw the like? What men have I? Dogs, cowards, dastards. I would never have fled, but that they left me miss my enemies. Okay, it's, oh, okay. Okay. Um, Rainier, Salisbury is a desperate homicide. He fighteth as one weary of his life, the other lord like lions wanting food. Do rush upon us as their hungry prey. Alencon, Brozart, a countryman of ours, records, England all Olivers and Rolands bred. During the time Edward the Third did reign, more truly now may this be verified, for none but Samsons and Gaulises. It sendeth forth to skimmish, 1 to 10, lean, raw-boned rascals. Who would ever suppose they had such courage and audacity? Charles, let's leave this town, for they are hair-brained slaves, and the hunger will enforce them to be more eager. Of old I know them, rather with their teeth. The walls they'll tear down than forsake the siege. Rainier, I think, by some odd gimmers or devices, their arms are set like clocks, still to strike on. Else never could they hold out as they do. By my consent, will even let them alone. Alencon, be it so. Enter the bastard of Orleans. Um, Bastard, where's the Prince Dolphin? I have news for him. Charles, Bastard of Orleans, thrice welcome to us. Bastard, methinks your looks are sad, your your cheer appalled. Hast thou at the late overthrow wrought this offence? Be not dismayed, for succor is at hand. A holy maid hither with me I bring, which by a vision sent to her from heaven ordained is to raise the tedious siege and drive the English forth the bounds of France. The spirit of deep prophecy she hath, exceeding the 9 syllables of old Rome. What's past and what's to come she can descry. Speak, shall I call her in? Believe my words, for they are certain and infallible. Charles, go, call her in. Exit Bastard. But first, to try her skill, Rainier, stand thou as Dolphin in my place. Question her proudly. Let thy looks be stern. By this means shall we sound what skill she hath. Re-enter the Bastard of Orleans with Joan la Pucelle. Rainier, fair maid, isn't it thou wilt do these wondrous feats? Pucelle, Rainier, isn't it thou that thinkest to beguile me? Where's the Dolphin? Come from behind. I know thee well, though never seen before. Be not amazed. There's nothing hid from me. In private will I talk with thee apart. Stand back, you lords, and give us leave a while. Rainier, she takes upon her bravely at first dash. Um, Poucon, that been Dolphin, I am by birth a shepherd's daughter, my wit untrained in any kind of art. Heaven and Our Lady gracious hath it pleased to shine on my contemptible estate. Lo, while I waited on my tender lambs and 2 sons parching heat displayed my cheeks, God's mother designed to appear to me, and a vision full of majesty. Will me to leave my base vocation and free my country from calamity? Her, her aid she promised and assured success. In complete glory she revealed herself. And whereas I was black and swart before, what with those clear rays which she infused on me, that beauty in my blessed with which you see, ask me what question thou canst possible, and I will answer on premeditated. My courage try combat, if thou darest, and thou shalt find that I exceed my sex. Resolve on this, thou shalt be fortunate, if thou receive me for thy warlike mate. Charles, thou hast astonished me with thy high terms. Only this proof I'll of thy valor make. In single combat thou shalt buckle with me, and if thou vanquish, thy words are true. Otherwise I renounce all confidence. Pu- I can't pronounce. Um, pu- um, uh, um, Pucelle, I am prepared. Here is my keen-edged sword, decked with the 5 flowered de luces on each side, the which at Touraine in St. Catherine's churchyard, out of the great deal of old iron I chose forth, Charles, then come, O God's name. I fear no woman. Purcell, and while I live, I'll never fly from a man. Here they fight, and Joan la Pucelle overcomes. Charles, stay, stay thy hands, thou art an Amazon, and fightest with the sword of Deborah. Pucelle, Christ's mother helped me, else I were too weak. Charles, whoever helps thee, 'tis thou that must help me. Impatiently I burn with thy desire, my heart and hands thou hast at once subdued. Excellent Purcell, if thy name be so, let me thy servant and not sovereign be. 'Tis the French dauphin sueth to thee thus. Purcell, I must not yield to any rights of love, for my profession's sacred from above. When I have chased all thy foes from hence, then will I think upon a recompense. Charles, meantime, look gracious on thy prostrate thrall. Rainier, my lord, methinks, is very long in talk. Alencon, doubtless he shrives a woman to her smock, else never could be so long protract his speech. Rainier, shall we disturb him, since he keeps no mean? Alendor, he may mean more than we poor men do know. These women are shrewd tempters with their tongues. Okay, okay. Mm, mm. Hello, Kim. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. I love you too, Kim, and she's my sister. Okay, welcome, Kim. Okay, let me see where I left off. Um, okay. Um, okay. Rainier, my lord, where are you? What device you on? Shall we give over Orleans or no? Lucille, why no, I say, distrustful recreants. Fight till the last gasp. I will be your guard. Charles, what she says I'll confirm. We'll fight it out. Pucelle, assigned am I to be there the English scourge. This night the siege assuredly I'll raise. Expect St. Martin's summer, Halicondays. Since I have entered into these wars, glory is like a circle in the water, which never ceases to enlarge itself, till by broad spreading it disperse is to naught. With Henry's death the English circle ends. Dispersed are the glories it included. Now am I like that proud, insulting ship, with Caesar and his fortune here, there at once? Charles, was Mahomet inspired with a dove? Thou with an eagle art inspired then. Helen, the mother of great Constantine, nor yet St. Philip's daughters were like thee. Bright star of Venus, fallen down on the earth, how may I reverently worship thee enough? Allendale, I mean, Allen, okay. Leave off delays and let us raise a siege. Rainier, woman, do what thou canst to save our honors. Drive them from Orleans and be immortalized. Charles, presently we'll try. Come, let's away about it. No prophet will I trust if she prove false. Exit. Okay, and that's the end of the Act 1 and Scene 2. And next Saturday, I'll start reading scene 3. Okay. Oh, let me get. Okay. 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 Put this back here. Okay. I don't see any comments right now. Okay. Now, I'm gonna read from Aura Lee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. We're still on 5th book. Okay. 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 While art says action on the top of suffering, the artist's part is both to be and do, transfixing with a spatial central power the flat experience of the common man, and turning outward with a sudden wrench, half agony, half ecstasy, the theme he feels the inmost, never felt the less because he sees it. Does a torch less burn for burning next reflectors of blue steel, that he should be the colder for his place? Twixt two incessant fires, his personal lives, and that intense refraction which burns back perpetually against him from the round of crystal conscience he was born into. Are artist born? O sorrowful great gift, conferred on poets of a twofold life, when one life has been found enough for pain, we staggering neath our burden as mere men, being called to stand up straight as demigods, support the intolerable strain and stress of the universal, and send clearly up with voices broken by the human sob. Our poems to find rhymes among the stars. The soft, a poet is a word soon said, a book of things soon written. Nay, indeed, the more the poet shall be questionable, the more unquestionably comes his book. And this of mine, well, grinning to myself, some pageant in it, furrowing up the flats. Mere passion will not prove a volume worth, is gall and rage ragged even. Babbles round they kill, mean naught, excepting that the vessel moves. There's more than passion goes to make a man or book, which is a man too. I am sad. I wonder if Pygmalion had these doubts, and feeling the hard marble first relent, grow supple to the straining of his arms, and tingled through its cold to his burning lip. Supposed his senses mocked, and that the toil of stretching past the known and seemed to reach the archetype pal beauty out of sight, had made his heart beat fast enough for two, and with his own life dazed and blinded him. Not so. Pygmalion loved, and whoso loves believes the impossible. And I am sad. I cannot thoroughly love a work of mine, since none seems worthy of my thought and hope. more highly mated. He has shot them down. My Phoebus Apollo, soul within my soul, who judges by the tempted, was attained, and with the silver arrow from his height has struck down all my works before my face, whilst I said nothing. Is there aught to say? I call the artist but a great man. He may be shyless, also like a man. I labored on alone, the wind and dust, and sun of the world beat blistering in my face, and hope, now for me, now against me, dragged my spirits onward as some fallen balloon, which, whether caught by blossoming tree or bare, is torn alike. I sometimes touched my aim, or seemed, and great generous souls cried out, be strong, take courage. Now you're on our level. Now the next step saved you. I was blessed with praise, but pausing just a moment to draw breath, I could not choose but murmur to myself, is this all that's done, and all that's graced? If this be then be success, 'tis the smaller than my failure. Okay. Oh my God, O supreme artist, who has so returned for all the cosmic wonder of thy work, demandest of us just a word, a name. My Father, thou hast knowledge, only thou. How dreary 'tis for women to sit still on winter nights by solitary fires, and hear the nations praising them far off, too far, ay, praising our quick sense of love, our very heart of passionate womanhood, which could not beat so in the verse without being present also in the unkissed lips, and eyes undried because there's none to ask the reason they grew moist. To sit alone and think for comfort think for comfort how that very night affluent lovers leaning face to face with sweet laugh half listenings for each other's breath are reading happily from a page of ours, to pause with a thrill, as if their cheeks had touched, when such a stanza, level to their mood, seems floating their own thoughts out. So I feel for thee, and I for thee. This poet knows what everlasting love is, how that night, a father issuing from the misty roads, upon the luminous round of lamp and hearth, and happy children, having caught up first the youngest there until it shrink and shriek, to feel the cold chin prick his dimples through, is with winter from the hills, may throw it though I the lap of the Otis, who has learnt to drop her lids, to bid some sweetness, never been last year's, our book, and cry, ah, you care for rhymes, so here be rhymes to pour on and on under trees, when April comes to let you. I've been told they are not idle as so many are, but set hearts, beating pure as well as fast. 'Tis yours, the book, I'll write your name in it, that so you may not lose, however lost, in poet's love in charming reverse, reverie, the thought of how your father thought of you in writing from the town. To have our books appraised by love, associated with love, while we sit loveless, is it hard you think? At least a mournful thing indeed, 'twas said, means they simply love. It was a man said that. And then there's love and love, the love of all. To risk in turn a woman's paradox is but a small thing to the love of one. You bid a hungry child be satisfied with a heritage of many cornfields. Nay, he says he's hungry. He would rather have that little barley cake you keep from him while reckoning up his harvest. So with us, here, here, Romney, too, we fail to generalize. We're hungry. Okay. Um, 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 welcome, Christiana Ronaldo. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay, let me see. Okay. Hungry, but it's pitiful. Too well, like unweaned babes, and suck our thumbs because we're hungry. Who, in all this world wherein we are happily set to pray and fast, and learn what's good is by its opposite, has never hungered? Woe to him who has forced the meal enough. If Ugolino's foe, his teeth have crunched some foul, unnatural thing, for here satiety proves penury more utterly irremediable. And since we needs must hunger, better for man's love than God's truth, better for companions sweet than great convictions, let us bear our weights, preferring dreary breaths to desert souls. Well, well, they say we're envious, we who rhymes. But I, because I'm a woman, perhaps, and so rhyme ill, am ill at envying. I never envy Graham his breadth of style, which gives you with a random much or two. Nearsighted critics analyze too much, such delicate perspectives of faux life, nor Bellamore for the unity of aim, to which he cuts his Siddharn poems, fine as sketchers do their pencils, nor Mark Gage for that caressing color and trancing tone whereby you're swept away and melted in the sensual element, which with a black wave restores you to the level of pure souls and leaves you with Plotinus. None of these for native gifts or popular applause I envied, but for this that went by chance, says someone. There goes Belmore, a great man. He leaves clean work behind him and requires no sweeper of the chips. A girl I know who answers nothing, save with her brown eyes, smiles unawares, as if a guardian saint smiles for in her. For this too, that Gage comes home and lays his last book's prodigal review upon his mother's knee, where years ago he laid his childish spelling book and learned to shirk and peep the letters from her mouth as young birds must. Well done, she murmured then. She will not say it now more wonderingly. yet the last well done will touch him more, as catching up today and yesterday in a perfect chord of love. And so, Mark Gage, I envy you, your mother, and you, Graham, because you have a wife who loves you so. She half forgets at moments to be proud of being Graham's wife until a friend observes. The boy here has his father's massive brow done small and waxed. If we push back the curls. Okay, I have a comment here, and mm, mm, mm. Okay, we have a comment. Godfred Amandi says, I'm glad to be here, Noreen Snyder. I'm locked from Kenya. Um, welcome, Godfred. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It's an honor to have you here. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. Oh, and Soul Angel Romero, welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here, and thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Um, who loves me, dearest father, mother sweet? I speak the names out sometimes by myself and make the silence shiver. They sound strange as Hindustan's to an inborn man, accustomed many years to English speech, or lovely poet words grown obsolete, which will not leave off singing. Up in heaven I have my Father, with my mother's face beside him is in a blotch of heavenly light. No more for earth's familiar household use. No more. The best verse written by this hand can never reach them where they sit, to seem well done to them. Just quiet unfellows us, says dreadful odds betwixt alive and dead, and makes us part us as those at Babel did, through sudden ignorance of a common tongue. A living Caesar would not dare to play at bowls with such as my dead father is. And yet, this may be less so than appears. This change in a separation, sparrows five for two farthlings, and God cares for each. If God is not too great for little cares, is any creature because gone to God? I've seen some men, voracious, no wise mad, who had thought or dreamed, declared and testified they heard a bed a ticking like a clock, which strikes the hours of the eternities beside them with their natural ears, and known that human spirits feel the human way, and hate the unreasoning awe which weighs them off from possible communion. It may be, at least, earth separates as well as heaven. For instance, I have now seen Romney Lee full 18 months. Add 6. You get 2 years. They say he's very busy with good works. Has parted Lee Hall into almshouses. He made an almshouse of his heart one day, which ever since is loose upon his the latch. For those who pull the string, I never did. It always makes me sad to go abroad. And now I am sadder that I went tonight among the lights and talkers at Lord Howe's. His wife is gracious with her glossy braids, and even voice, and gorgeous eyeballs, calm as her other jewels. Is she somewhat cold, who wonders, when her blood has stood so long in the ducal reservoir she calls her line, by no means arrogantly. She's not proud, not prouder than the swan is of the lake. He has always swam in, 'tis her element, and so she takes it with a natural grace, ignoring tadpoles. She just knows perhaps there are who travel without outriders, which isn't her fault. Ah, to wash her face when good Lord Howe expounds his theories of social justice and equality. 'Tis curious what a tender, tolerant bend her neck takes, for she loves him, likes his talk, such clever talk, that dear odd Algernon. She listens on exactly as he talked, some Scandinavian myth of Lemure's, too pretty to dispute and too absurd. She's gracious to me as her husband's friend, and would be gracious were I not at leave. Being suited, being used to smile just so, without her eyes, on Joseph Strangways, the Leeds mesmerist, and Delia Dobbs, the lecturer from the States, upon the woman's question. Then, for him, I like him. He's my friend. And all the rooms were full of twinkling silks that swept about the fine dust of no subtle courtesies. What then? Why then we come home to be sad? How lovely one I love not look tonight. She's very pretty, Lady Waldemar. Her maid must use both hands to twist that coil of tresses. Then be careful lest the rich bronze round should slip. She missed, though, a gray hair. A single one, I saw it. Otherwise, the woman looked immortal. How they told, those alabaster shoulders and bare breast, oh, on which the pearls, drowned out of sight in milk, were lost, excepting for the ruby clasp. They split the amaranth velvet bodice down to the waist, or pearly, with the audacious press of full-breathed beauty. If the heart within were half as white, but if it were, perhaps the breast were closer covered, and the sight less aspectable by half too. I heard the young man with the German student's look, a sharp face like a knife in a cleft stick, which shot up straight against a parting line, so equally dividing the long hair, say softly to his neighbor, 35 and medieval. Look that way, Sir Blaze. She's Lady Waldemar to the left, in red, when Romney Lee, our ablest man just now, is soon about to marry. Then replied Sir Blaze, the born with quiet priest-like voice, to use two-syllable damnations round, to make a natural emphasize worthwhile. Is Lee your oldest man? The same, I think. Once jilted by a reverent pretty maid, adopted from the people, now in change He seemed to have plucked a flower from the other side of the social bridge. A flower, exclaimed my German student, his own eyes full blown, bent on her. He was 20, certainly. Okay, um, hello, Soul Angel. Wait, Iris, okay. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank you. Okay. Um, oh. Um, Sir Blaze resumed with gentle arrogance, as if he had dropped his alms into a hat and gained the right to counsel. My young friend, I doubt your ablest man's ability to get the least good or help meet for him. For pagan phalanstry or Christian home from such a flowery creature. Beautiful, my student murmured, rapt. Mark how she stirs, just waves her head as if a flower indeed, touched far off by the vain breath of our talk, at which that bilious Grimwald lie who writes for the renovator, who has seemed absorbed upon the table book of autographs. I dare say mentally he crunched the bones of all those writers, wishing them alive, to fill his tube in earnest, turned short round with low environment carnivorous laugh. A flower, of course, she neither sews nor spins, and takes no thought of her garments falling off. The student flinched. Sir Blaze the same. Then both drawing back their chairs as they spied black beetles on the floor, pursued their talk without a word being thrown to the critic. Um, okay, I'm gonna stop right there, and I'll continue that next week. Okay, let me write that down. And that was Our Leaf by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And this was a free verse poem. I think it was 9 books, and we're on the 5th book of it. Um, mm, mm, okay. Mm, mm. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the poetic form, and the poetic form today is called the bop, and I found this on WritersDigest.com. Okay. And the bop is called it's spelled BOP. Okay. The bop is a poetic form that was developed by Athe Michael Weaver at a Cave Canem summer retreat. The basic rules are 3 stanzas. Each stanza is followed by a refrain, and the refrain usually one line. First stanza is 6 lines long and presents a problem. The second stanza is 8 lines long and explores or expands the problem. And third stanza is 6 lines long and either presents a solution or documents the failed attempt to resolve the problem. And I didn't see anything on what topic, so I don't think it matters what topic you write or how many syllables in each line. So I don't think that matters, or the rhyming either. There's nothing about that. Okay, and that was about the book called the Bop. You can find that on writersdigest.com. Okay. Okay, and the word for today is called antediluvian, and it's spelled Antediluvian. Okay, and it's an adjective. Its origin is Latin in the mid 17th century, and definition is first one is of or belonging to the time before the biblical flood. Second definition, namely humorous, ridiculously old-fashioned. Example in a sentence, number one, the marker of the end of the antediluvian age is the story of Noah's Ark in the book of Genesis. And the second example, the decor at the bed and breakfast was so outdated it was nearly antediluvian. And you can find that word on worddaily.com. And that is like a sister site to Word Genius. So you can sign up at worddaily.com and wordgenius.com. And this is all, both are awesome. So go ahead and go on there. You can sign up and get a word every single day of the week. Okay. 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 Now I have a poem I should wrote recently, and I haven't titled it yet. But more I read it, I thinking I'm going to leave it like it is, and so I already did some editing to it. So I'll read it, and this is what I have. Okay, why can't we all be kind, be friends with one another? Why does it matter what color skin we have, or our hairstyle, or what the clothes we wear, or our personalities, or our physical appearances? Why can't we get along? Not worry what others think. Why does it matter if we are rich or poor, intelligent or not? Why should it matter so much? Let's just sit and talk. No worries or cares in this world. You'd be surprised on how much we connect with each other and how much we have in common. So let's be friends, not worry what others think. The end. Okay. And I think I like the way it is. And that's a free verse. Okay. And what do y'all think of that? I think I will leave it like it is. I already did the editing, but I don't think I'm gonna add any more to it, and should leave it like that. Okay. And back in July, um I did a poetic form called Pleiades, and so I never got to read this one when I talked about the poetic form, so I'm going to read it now. As far as I know, only did 2 of them, and Pleiades poetic form is where you take one word. Okay, like I have reflect, so the start of that word reflect is an R. So make sure every line in that poem starts with an R. And this is what I got. Reflect. Reach until you cannot stretch. Roar loudly like a lion. Reduce the negativity and refuse defeat and despair. Reflect who you are and what you want. Respect yourself and others. Rejoice and be glad you're alive. The end. Okay. That was my first Pleiades I wrote. And the second one is, wait a minute. Um, okay, here it is. The second one is called Life. Okay. Loving you is easy to do. Learning to live without you, like almost nearly impossible. Life will go on. It is hard. Lament, I'll try not to do. Instead, listen to God. He'll help me through. Lessons to remember. We all will die. Listen, be prepared, and that's like the end. And I wrote that for my Gary teddy bear darling. I wrote it for him. He's already passed away when I wrote this. Okay, that was for him. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Um, I'm trying to find this other one. Okay. Um. Okay. I wrote this 3 years ago. It's called Your Dragonfly. I wrote this because this is after I wrote this after. See, this is when I had the poetry club show outside. I had it on the front porch, and it was getting too much taking everything outside and bringing everything back in. That's why I decided to do it in here. But when I was outside there getting ready, this is in May 2020, and when I was getting ready for it, I had a butterfly. I mean, not a butterfly, a dragonfly come and land on me. This is after Gary passed away, over a year after he passed away. A dragonfly came, a blue-eyed one. It was a blue color. I mean, a blue color. A dragonfly landed on my fingers, and I had my hand on the post, on the railing, and it just landed right there, and it should stared at me, should glared at me. It should like it wouldn't should stay there. It seemed like we both should looked at each other, and this is a poem I wrote for it. Okay, dear dragonfly, oh dragonfly, come and sit on my fingers. You're so beautiful, dragonfly. Wait, is this okay? You can sit with me for a while, or as long as you want, and keep me company. Did you give me any news for today? Are you my messenger, my angel from heaven, to give me some good news about my teddy bear darling? Oh, you did? Awesome to hear. He sent me to tell you of how he is so proud of you, of all you're doing. He said to tell you He loves you too and knows how much you love him. He is keeping his promise to you. He will wait for you at the quantum crossroads, and together we will walk to the gates of heaven together. In the meantime, he's always near, watching over you. In, in the meantime, keep on writing poetry and keep on doing what you're doing. That's his message to you from your loving sweetie pie. Now I must go. Take care. See you around. For I am your dragonfly, your messenger, your angel. The end. And it came back the second time too. Long after that, it came back. And see, I had a friend, neighbor, to come over help me get this my the box. I forget you call it. You know, you put plants in, you can grow vegetables in. The grow box, that's the name of it. And I couldn't get it pulled apart, so I had to get him to help me. And that's all I want him to do, but instead he did more, like he put the dirt in it for me, the soil, or the fertilizer, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so and I came inside to get something, I forgot what. But when I went back outside, the dragonfly was right there on that railing. She looked at me for a few minutes, then it just went on. And wow, and I said I wish he'd come back, and never been back since. But I'm hoping one day he'll come back. And I even had a yellow butterfly come around me before that time. And this is like in 2019 after he passed away, and maybe a few months after. And I was looking at one of my plants out here in the front and checking it out, and all of a sudden this yellow butterfly went around me, and then it landed on the plant. Then it got up again and went around me. Then it got right in my face, right in front of me, and it just looked at me, and we just locked in eyes. Just, he could. Wow, it was so awesome. I know that was him. It had to been. That butterfly, the yellow one, and I have other butterflies come around me too, and they're so awesome. Okay. Okay. Um, and here I got one more I'm going to read of mine, and that'll be it. And this one is called This is for John Reed. He's the one that was killed by the cops. He was shot, and I want to read this. And this happened around 2020. It must happen right after I wrote it, on May 13th and 14th of 2020 when I wrote it. Okay. Okay. For John Reed. Will he be a poet? He was a young guy. He's probably a teenager or in his 20s. I'm not sure how old he was. Okay, this is for him. Will he be a poet, a writer, or a doctor, or a lawyer, or a car mechanic? Maybe a manager or owner of a auto repair shop, or a chef, a cook, or a baker, and the list goes on and on and on. We will never know the answer to this. For you see, John Reed, a young man, was murdered cold-blooded right before our eyes. It doesn't matter what caused him to go on a high-speed chase. He was already on the ground by being tased when the cop turned around, shot him at least 10 times. Why? Why? Oh, why? He's still a kid, a young man. He didn't deserve to die. If he needed help, get him help. But don't shoot him dead. Okay. We are already going through rough times with this coronavirus and social distancing. And now this? When will this end? Will it ever end? No, I don't think so. Because too many people are cold hearted, cruel, mean, and racist, and that won't change. And that is so sad. Oh, so sad. My heart goes out to Sean Reed's his family. Okay, okay. And he needs a voice. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. He needs a voice. So let us be the one. May he, may he rest in peace. May there be justice be done. The end. Okay. And that was for Sean Reed. Okay. Um. Now, I'm gonna read Gary's too, and okay, this one called "Simple Me" by Gary A. Snyder. Nothing wrong with being just a little simple. Simple food, simple me, loving you. Simple clothes and simple shoes. Simple me, loving you. Simple car and a bow in your hair. Simple me, loving you. Our family is small, just two. One more soon is due. Simple me, loving you. Things we need are not free. My true love makes you love. Simple me. The end. Okay. And here's another of Gary's called Now and Forever Our Love. Okay. I'll never be lonely as long as I can kiss her goodnight. I'll never be lonely as long as she kisses me good morning. The days of our lives are full of fun, love, and laughter. We talk and play and tease and love each other from morning to night. Most days we work and help each other. We seldom ever fight. If we do, we give our love for each other to make it right. Yes, she has her opinions and I have mine. The one thing that never changes. I have her love and she has mine. The end. Okay. And okay. Mm. And this one called A Musician's Love, another one by Gary. Okay. A Musician's Love. The violin hears as I thou, forever drawn it to and fro, never ending cycle like times of practice done just right. The violin rests, no more sound, skies darken, and the night settles down. As I leave a wanton wanderer full of thought, it makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. The fictions of probability is what I see to embellish the spellbound dream for me. The end. Okay. Okay, and that was the end of that then. Okay. And thank you. Okay. Anybody want to come on here and read your poetry? Y'all welcome. And I'll take as long as I have to, because I want y'all come on here if you want to come on here read your poetry, because that means a lot to me. Because I want y'all to be heard. If y'all want to be heard, come on. And okay, I will put the okay, okay, I'll put the link up here where you can come into the studio and read your poetry. Um, wait. Um, um, okay, I got it on my site. Okay, now I'm gonna put it in the poetry club now. Okay. Um, okay. Um, I have it on the poetry club now on there. Um, okay. And if y'all want to come on, you can either click on it, click on the link. It'll take you right on the studio, or you can copy and paste it on your address bar. It'll take you right in the studio. Now I'm gonna put it in the YouTube. Okay. Okay. Now I put it in the YouTube too. You can either click on it or copy and paste it. Okay. And and I'll take however long it takes. In the meantime, okay. In the meantime, I want to tell you all I'm working on my 2024 calendars I'm making. I'm working on it. So and if you want to order it, pre-order it, let me know. You can let me know. And okay, I remember like I said earlier, for the ones who came on here and didn't hear it yet, like I said at the beginning, if you ordered from me 5 times, it cannot be through Amazon. If you can't, if you order through Amazon, that don't count. They had to be either through my Ko-Fi shop, ko-fi.com/Gary and Noreen, or through there, or through me, or directly through me. 5 different orders. Then the 5th time, you will get something special free from me. It could be a book, or it could be a calendar, and but you have to order it 5 times. And on your fifth order, you'll get something from me for free. You never know what I'm going to give you, either a book or a calendar or whatever, something like that. Okay, and or it could be a coupon where you can get something for free on Ko-Fi or whatever. It's going to be something big though. It won't be something small. It'll be really something big. Okay. And okay, and if you want to, I have a membership tiers too. If you want to become a membership tier, I have from $3 up to $25. You can do it monthly from $3 to $25 a month. And I'm going to have to revamp it because on the $25, if you do it $25 one, and if you stay with me for 3 months straight, you will get a free book from me. I want you to have a free book, but so every time you stay with me for 3 months, you get a free book, and I want you so you always get a book. But you have to stay with me at all times to get it. Okay, and and so there's something, and then you can be part of my uh Discord too. I haven't been back on there to study it some more. But I need to study it back more because I'm having a group trip for the if you're a member of my Ko-Fi membership tiers. Okay, and I'm doing a lot of projects for that for my Ko-Fi shop. So stay tuned. Okay, and then when I get through the 2024 calendar, I will be taking the 2023 calendar out and get that and put the 2024 out in there. And I'm also thinking about after I get it done, I might just put a drawing up there because it's going to be poetry on there. Remember, when I make calendars, it's going to be Gary's and my poetry, and it won't be the same poems I put in there last year. I mean this year, it'll be different poetry of Gary's and mine. So stay tuned. And I'm thinking about it, seriously thinking about it. I'm not sure yet. So I might have a drawing for the poetry club for my calendar when it first comes out. So I haven't decided yet. Or I might do it on Ko-Fi. I might do it on Ko-Fi because that's where it's going to be at. So I'm not sure yet. I'm just thinking, throwing in thoughts and trying to decide what to do. I will let y'all know what I'm going to do. Okay. And this is not. I'm not going. This is not poetry. This is about. I'm also going to talk about Tupperware. And I hope if y'all live in the United States or in Canada, you can join my Tupperware group. And please help support me. Help support me so I can reach my goal in Tupperware. And Tupperware is an amazing company, amazing products. Y'all love it. I'm in love with the Tupperware products too. And I'm also doing Norvix, I mean. But right now I'm trying to get back into doing that. I'm trying to meet my goal first on Tupperware. Okay. Now while I'm waiting for anybody, let me see what I. Uh-oh. Wonder what I did with it. I always left it right here, the announcements. Okay. Okay, before I go into the announcements, I got another announcement. the moderators. And since last Saturday, last time we had the Poetry Club Saturday night show, well, we added one more moderator. Now we have 8 moderators. Our newest one is Honey Holly. She's one of our moderators for the Poetry Club, and we have so I want to thank, this is what we got now. I want to thank every one of them: Wilbert UK, Renee Cryer, Uma Gigi, Rachel All, Adwell Soberwell, Gina Storm, and Noah Lyons, and Honey Holly. Thank you all for being my moderators. Y'all doing a great, tremendous, awesome job in helping me cut it down. I know there's still some spam down there, and I know there's still some porn out there, but it is going down since I became private and since I had these moderators. We, between me and the moderators, we are working hard to get rid of the all the spam and the porn. It's just, it's a lot of work. We're trying very hard, and be patient with us. We're trying, and if you will see something that is spam or porn, just send it. Let us know. We'll take care of it. Okay. And we're having 100,000. Okay, we're having the Poetry Club like we did last year and the year before that. We're having the Poetry Club joins 100,000 Poets for Change. If you want to be part of it, let me know. It's going to be September the 30th of next month. So let me know. And if you want to be in it. Okay. And it's about sustainability, justice, and okay, that was Dickie, my brother Dickie. Yes, Dickie, I seen the post. I did say hi after I seen it. Okay, I saw it. It was on the on my page. I said I seen it on there. I seen it, and I said hi to you, Dickie. Okay. Dickie said, I said hi at the beginning of your show. Don't know what happened to the post. It's on my page, not on the Right now, you're on the Poetry Club group page, but where you said hi, it's on my the my personal page, and my personal page won't show up on here. I have to go look at it. Okay, and thank you, Diggy, and welcome, Diggy, to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. And it's an honor to have you here. And thank you. And he is my brother, and him and my sister are both very supportive of me. So thank you all. Okay. And I appreciate you, Diggy, very much. Thank you. Okay. And okay. And if you all want to be part of it, it's to do with justice, sustainability, and I think it was peace. For the that's a portrait for the 100,000 Poets of Change. And I will accept music. If you want to sing, you can sing. You can even have, if you have art, you do. If it's related to these subjects, you are most welcome to do that too. Okay. And if you all want to. And this is the Poetry Club joins 100,000 Poets for Change. Okay. And in the Armchair Poetry Anthology by Bill Peters, well, that will be out in the fall. And I made it. My poem made it in the book. So thank you, Bill Peters. Thank you. And 100,000 for 100,000 Poets for Change have a book coming out. It's already out. You can find it on Amazon, and my story is on in there too. Is in the book. Okay, and let me find that the announcements. Or did it? That might be it. Here it go. Anybody want to come on? Okay. Diggy, did you want to come on? Anyone want to come on here? Um, anybody's welcome to come on here. You can either read your poems, your poetry, or you can come on here and talk, or you have any announcements or have anything to say, so come on there and talk with me. This is what you call the potpourri. It don't have to be about poetry. That's why I call it potpourri at the end of it. Okay, because so the whatever you want to say, you should come on here. Okay, and these are the announcements I have. Um, Franco Flavius and Antoinette and Francine has a show called The Real Stuff Podcast, The Poetry Corner, every Friday from 11 a.m. to noontime on YouTube channel called J Nostalgia. Okay, check it out on there. Okay, and Gina Storm, Brother O, Enigmatic, and Nina Purple has a show has a show called Voices Behind the Pens every Monday night at 9 p.m. on talkshoe.com /show/poet radio station. And if you want to call in, you can call in and read your poetry. Okay. And Nyla Alicia has a show called Speakeasy Cafe on Blog Talk Radio every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. And if you want to read your poems, you can read your poems on there and call in there. Okay. And Honey Parker has a show. Well, Holly now, I think she called it. Honey Holly has a show called Poetic Expressions on Outworld Fleet Radio Station every Sunday and Wednesday from 11 p.m. to midnight. And I'm not sure if she's taking poems. You can find out from her. If she does, only recorded, only MP3, no videos, and no written poetry. Only uh, uh, on the MP3. Okay, and she also does keychains, make keychains, and does oils. And you can contact her. Okay, and she's also a life coach. If you need a life coach, you get in touch with Honey Holly, and she'll tell you the price she charges, and you can check her out. And she is very qualified, 100%. And also, she has a shop called on Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com /HUNIIE. So go check her out too on her shop. Okay. And Craig Kirkland has a YouTube channel called Great Amadea. And that's a YouTube channel. Go check him out. He has a lot of things going on his page on YouTube, his YouTube channel. You can see the TDP shows with Amadea the Great, the ones he had on the past shows, the archives, and check it out. It's really awesome. Okay, and there's something else I was going to announce too. Oh oh yeah, I'm not sure yet. but I don't know if I'm going to have time or not. I thought about doing another group for music because Jerry was more into, he's a poet too, but he loved his music. He always played guitar and sing. I'm thinking about doing a group for music only. So it's going to be private. I'll start it off private. That way I don't have to worry about no porn or spam. So I'm thinking about that. If I do, I will have one of Gary's poems do with music on as a theme poem for the club. And I'm thinking about doing music in honor of Gary because he loves his music. And stay tuned. I'll let you all know about it. More about it if you all want to. Okay. Um, is there anybody who wants to come on here? Have anything to say? Um, um okay. Okay. Um, okay. Okay. I don't see anybody. Okay. I'm about ready to close out, and I want to thank you all for coming here, and it's an honor to have everybody here tonight, and thank y'all very much. And I hope, remember, I hope y'all be I hope y'all read your poetry because I want this to also to be where y'all can read your poetry. Remember, when you read your poetry, it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be public. It ain't going to be private. So remember that. But I want y'all to get your name out there and your poetry out there. I'm trying to help you all out. So if y'all want to read, I hope y'all want to read next Saturday because that's what I want to do. Help get y'all poetry out there. If you have any books going on, get you tell about your books. Or if you have any events, get it out there and to come on the show and and tell everybody so it can get out there and spread the word. And that's what I want to help out too. And if you have any books don't have to be a poetry, y'all know. And so I want to thank you all very much. Okay. And you all okay, and remember, you're never too young or too old to live your dreams. And I hope you all have a good rest of the evening and good weekend and a good week. And may God bless you all. And y'all enjoy your night. And and you all have been listening to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. And this your host is Noreen Snyder. And thank you all for being here. And I love you all, and so does God. Oh yes, I do have something else I want to say. I remember what I want to say now. Okay, I saw this on YouTube. I wanted to and I didn't comment back to this person, but I'm going to because you know what? There was this guy. I seen this on the shorts. It came on my feed, right? About this guy. He was on a YouTube shorts. I don't understand the Tesla. About the Tesla? Anyway, this really got me upset. He was kept over and over about how he's gonna sit in his car, Tesla car, and is gonna commit suicide. And I was very upset. And I told him, please don't do this. I was begging not to do it. Then somebody else come along and made a comment. This is what really got me upset. He said that he told me, or she told me this is only a joke, a Tesla joke. What? You don't come on there and make a video joking about suicide. Suicide is a serious matter. It's no joking matter. And that really upsets me. How can anybody joke about it? And I don't understand if anybody knows about the Tesla joke. I never heard of it. It don't matter to me. You don't joke about that. that is a serious, very serious matter to me, you know. And I don't like that. That's not a good joke. Not in my book. So, what do you all think about that? You think he was in wrong by putting that up there? Um, and it's supposed to be a Tesla joke. Whatever that means, I don't know. But I think he was in a wrong because it's not a laughing matter. It's not a joke. Um, so I think it was really I, I don't know. And I'm not the only one who told him not to do it either. It's somebody else got on there and said, please not do it. Because I really was upset because I don't want him doing it. And I was hoping I wasn't too late to stop him. It really bothered me. And to find out somebody said it was all a joke. How can you say a joke? How can this be a joke? And it got me really upset too. So I should want to bring that up. And what do you all think of that? So please, okay, enough of that. Okay, I'm going to close out. And remember, I love you all, and you all have a good weekend and a good week. And God loves you, and so do I. Thank you all. You have been listening to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show with your host, Noreen Snyder. Thank you all. It is an honor to have each one of you all here. Thank you. Okay.